So hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I am Ritaban Dostal and today I have brought for you another video on another different company. So today I'm going to share with you all a new company, Goldman Sachs. As you know that they have their next round the exams on the 20th of this March. So I'm going to share with you all some tips and tricks on what you all should study and what you should focus on, and some important areas on which the company usually focuses on, the topics on which they usually focuses on for the next round of their assessment. So keep watching this video for more knowledge on this topic, and if you do like my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep on getting notifications about whenever I bring up a new video. So guys, in this level, in this section, there are in this assessment round there are 5 sections of the test. The five sections are, the first one is about programming, where a very short and easy programming question is required to be solved. There are 2 programming questions which have to be solved. The second section is about some quantitative aptitude. Again, there are about 10 questions from quantitative aptitude, and there are a bit of moderate level, but I'm sure with a bit of practice it is definitely doable. The third section is about computer science related MCQs. So MCQs from computer science subjects like processing, from threading, from hashing, questions are like operating systems. Questions are asked from these topics. The fourth section is about advanced programming. There is only one question of 100 marks. The question is definitely a lot tougher. So I'm sure you'll be able to do it with adequate practice. And the fifth section is tell us about yourself. Now the thing is, out of the 5 sections, you have to qualify the cutoff in at least 3 sections. So if you are not so good at programming, what you all can do is you can definitely do the tell me about yourself part properly, and the quantitative aptitude part, and the MCQ part. So if you just solve these 3 sections properly, you have a high chance of getting selected for the next round. So I'm going to now talk to you all about the suggested syllabus, about the topics from where you are expected to get some questions. So starting with the programming and the CSC concepts, that is the MCQ part, you are definitely going to get questions from hashing, as I've said, from hashing and from processes. There might be, you all might get see, in the first section is a coding section, the easy coding section, where you get 2 questions. Over here you can expect 1 question will be from the processes or the hashing part. And I'm just going to talk to you on some other important topics. There you have to definitely know about the vector concept in C++. So as I said, it is better if you know C++, because you can apply a lot of their inbuilt packages while solving all these type of questions. So if you know C++, it is definitely a big advantage in your hand. So coming to the topics, you need to have a good idea on vector concepts from C++, and definitely things from data structures like stacks, queues, graphs, trees. Like graphs and trees are really very important. Otherwise, you need to know about the binary tree, the AVLs and the red black trees. You have to know about the binary search trees and the balanced binary search trees, and about the hash, as I've said, about the priority queues from hashing, about the interval trees, etc. Also from the graph theory part, they have algorithms like the BFS, DFS. You may or may not get questions directly related to this. However, it is really advantageous if you know this section, because in a lot of time questions come like you have to traverse this node, that node. So the concepts like the breadth first search, that is the BFS, and the DFS do come in handy. So it is really good if you know this topic. So students who are from the CSC background will definitely get an upper advantage while attempting this round. Like the others from the other circuit branches, like say ECE or the electrical or the IT, they might not know at that level which a CSC student will be knowing. However, with adequate practice, I'm sure that even they will be able to at least qualify the cutoffs and have a chance to get selected for the subsequent rounds. So other than all this, you have to definitely know about the time complexities, because I've seen questions coming from time complexity where they give you a code and you have to know the time complexity, as in how fast the code will be running. and which code is more efficient among a set of codes. Otherwise, there are, you have to also know about the OOPS concepts, especially the four important concepts, which are the inheritance, the polymorphism, the abstraction, and the encapsulation. Otherwise, there are also operating system concepts like the memory management, like some virtual memory, and also concepts like the process management, for example, context switching. I'm sure the CSE students would definitely be knowing about all these things. Other than that, you all know that there is a quantitative aptitude part, and as you have seen in the first round, quantitative aptitude is really a bit tough, and you need to think a bit to solve. Like, these are not cakewalk quantitative aptitudes. So I'll suggest you all should focus. I've seen the question papers, and they usually ask questions from, there are some questions which are asked from the polynomial and the logarithmic chapters in mathematics. So you should also know subjects like probability and statistics, especially about the mean, variance, about the distributions, about the expected values, the expectations, the random variables, and especially things like if the Bayes theory. I mean, if you like, there have been questions which have been directly asked from this topic. Otherwise, along with this, you have to definitely know about the algebra part, as I've said, about the polynomials and the logarithmic expansion, and it is beneficial for you if you know a bit of geometry, like based and yeah, there is a question from trigonometry which does get repeated every year. I'm going to share with you all the question in the next few minutes of the video, so please keep watching the video. So let me now discuss you with the timings of each of the sections, and how much time, that is basically how much time you'll be getting to solve each and every, that I've said, as there are 5 sections. So let us now see how much time you get for each section. So for the coding section, there are 2 programming questions, and you will be getting a total duration of 30 minutes for the first section. In the second section, there is this computer science MCQs. There are 7 MCQs for a total duration of 25 minutes. Then in the problem solving MCQs, as in the quantitative aptitudes, you are again going to get 8 MCQs and total duration of 20 minutes. And the fourth section is the advanced coding section. As I've said, there is only one programming question which is of 100 marks, and the total time for this section will be 45 minutes. And finally is the tell me about yourself, where there are 2 questions, and which will you have to write 2 paragraphs basically in each of the questions, and that you get total a time of 15 minutes, wherein you have to speak about yourself, like there will be a situation and how you are going to react in that situation. So now I'm going to share with you some previous year questions and some questions from the mock test paper. So I'll just tell you some of the questions. So coming to the first, I'll start with the last section, that is the tell me about yourself section. So the first question will be something like, describe a time when your excitement and passion about a project or goal which motivated you to achieve outstanding results on the project. And you have to limit your answer to 200 words. So basically you have to speak about time when you when you are very excited about some project and you managed to complete with outstanding result in that project. Now coming to the coming to the next question would be something like, you and your classmates have been working hard on a challenging team project. So you are on track to complete the project on time, but there is still a lot of work to finish. However, your classmate has a personal situation that requires him to stop working on the project. So what would you do in this situation? So basically this is a kind of situation reaction test, wherein you have been given a situation and you have to say how you are going to adapt to that situation, how you are going to work in that situation. You obviously cannot say that since your friend has gone away, so even you are going to give up on that on that task, because that will show up very poorly on your organizing ability, as in you cannot work on your own, it is going to show. So you have to justify yourself with a proper answer, as in how you are going to tackle that situation and how you are going to alone solve that part. Next, coming to the advanced coding section question. In this section, a very large and long question usually comes, which is not possible for me to dictate to you all. So I'll be adding this question in my description box. I'll be putting a link in the description box, so you all can access the question using that link. Now coming into the next section, that is the MCQ section related to computer science. In this section, I'm going to share with you all certain questions. So the first question was something like this, like they were given some of the elements in ascending order, like 10, 3, 4, 1, 9, 12, 18, and you have to sort this series in ascending order using selection sort, and you have to say that what will be the child node of the, like I've said, the numbers, that the elements are 10, 3, 4, 1, 9, 12, 18. So you have to say that what will be the child nodes of the 12th node when the max heap is constructed from this. I'm sure this is a very data structure related question, and anyone who has studied data structure properly will definitely be able to attempt this. The next question is from the OSI, that is from the processes and the section of computer science. So like the physical layer does not provide flow control, reliability, multiplexing, and electrical specification. You have to choose the correct option. The next question was from memory fragmentation. Again, this is a very embedded systems related question, so it is expected that especially electronic students would definitely be able to answer this question. Like they'll be you'll be given 1 MB of available memory, and there'll be certain processes like you're requesting 25K, you're requesting 500K of memory, and finally you have, like, basically this question is from memory management section. The next question is from hash table. I'll just dictate a question for you all guys. Consider a hash table of size 10 constructed using the elements with a hash function h of k equals to k plus 11 mod 10, and the collision is resolved using linear probing. The elements are 34, 12, 33, 38, 4 and 72. So what will be the location of 72 if 72 is hashed before 4 and 38 is hashed at last? So again, this question, as I've said at the beginning, hashing is a very important topic. So I'm sure you're going to, especially the computer science students, would definitely have a command over this topic. The next question is like determine the time complexity, and I'll just dictate a code for you all, like int p equals to 0. There is a for loop for int y equals to n, y greater than 0, y divided equals to 2. And there is another for loop inside that for int t equals to 0, t less than y, t plus plus, and then inside that you have the code snippet which is p plus plus. So you have to basically say like what is the time complexity of this code, whether it is o of n or o of 1 or o of log n or o of n into log n. Coming to the next question is parity checking. So like I'll just dictate another question from this topic. If the original data is 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 semicolon 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 semicolon 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 colon 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1. So what is the data that is being sent after the two-dimensional parity checking? So coming to the finals, there was another question which is based on stack operations. So like you have to say what will be the minimum size of stack which is required to evaluate the prefix expression which has been given. And the prefix expression given is minus plus 21 2 plus multiplication to the power 3 1 to the power 5 3 4 1 division multiplication 3 2 6. So this you can repeat my video and again listen to these elements. So basically the prefix expression has been given and you have to identify the number of the minimum size of stack which is required. So again, this is a very basic data structure related question, and I'm sure the data structure is taught in each and every BTech, and I'm sure you are going to definitely be able to attempt this question. Coming to the first section, which is the simple coding section, there are two questions as I have said. The first question is again a coding section, like it was based on, this is a code which is based on processes, wherein you have some processes given and you have to basically you have to basically write a program to determine which process is being executed at which stage. As I've said previously, I'll be putting a link in the description box from where we can view the questions, like the coding questions. And similarly, there will be one more question, like as I've said, there are two coding questions. And finally, the final section which is left is the quantitative reasoning questions. Over here, the questions are a bit tricky, as I've said in the beginning, and I'll just say some of the questions for you all guys. So there was one question from a mix of polynomials and trigonometry. The question is like, if the expression p plus q sin x plus r sin 2x plus s cos x plus t cos 2x equal to 0 is true for all values of x, then we have to find the number of possible quantuples of p, q, r, s, t, and the options will be 2, 1 and 0. Coming to the next question, if x comma y is a non-negative integer set such that x plus y equals to 11, and if n is equal to 11 factorial divided by x factorial into y factorial, what is the sum of all the values of n for which we are going to get different solution sets of x comma y. So as I've said, as you can see, the questions are definitely a bit tough, not so easy, and you have to definitely think before solving this question, as it is not straightforward factorial permutation combination based question. So there is one more question similar to the previous one. If a, b, c, d and e are natural numbers such that a is greater than 5, b is greater than 6, d is greater than 7, and a plus b plus c plus d plus e equals to 150, then how many solution sets are possible for a, b, c, d, e? So the sum of the possible option, I'll give you some options: 134c5, 131c5, 134c4 and 131c4. Now there was one more question which is related to permutation. So how many permutations of the letter A, N, U, J, I, S, G, E, M are possible such that none of the words Anuj is gem? That is, none of the words, these three of the words Anuj, is and gem occur in this permutation. So this is again a permutation where sum is the concept of solving this sum is very straightforward and very easy. However, since the values are quite big, be sure that you are not making any silly errors and you don't write down the wrong values. And so I've discussed some important questions from all the 5 sections, and I'm sure with sufficient practice you will definitely be able to qualify this round. And as I've said previously, you need to just qualify the cutoff in at least 3 sections. But again, the more you score, the better it is for you to get qualified. So I won't say that just solve 3 sections and just finish over. No, not that. But you have to try to solve as much as possible. However, as you all know, there is negative marking. So try to avoid guessing, because due to negative marking, you don't want to lose. You don't want to get negative marks. So solve as much as you know. Solve correctly. Solve patiently. Solve calmly, and take your time. Think properly and solve. So if you have liked this video, please subscribe. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel, because this is going to definitely motivate me to come up with many more such videos in the upcoming weeks, because we know that a lot of more companies are coming up in the next few weeks and next few months. So please do subscribe to my channel, and and see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.